Hey folks, it's been a while since I've done one of these JM Tries videos. Mostly because I've had, a few other things going on. But I think I've got some of them kind of sorted to a point where I can set aside a little time for this now. Um, Plus, it's been a while since I've seen anything I actually wanted to try and make a video out of. But that changed, on Monday here, when I was at the grocery store, because I happened to, find myself in the foreign or the international food and beverage aisle again. And, well, I mean, they've had this stuff around for as long as, they had all the other stuff, but I just kept passing it up because I either didn't see it or had meant to get to it eventually, which I'm doing now. But this is, at first I thought this was, English or British, but then I read the label a little more closely when I sat down to start the video. It's Gerolsteiner Sparkling Apple. It's sparkling water or sparkling mineral water beverage flavored with apple juice. Now, if you remember, like relatively early on in the series, like maybe in the first third or so, I did like a Mexican version of something like this, and it was, thinking that it was something like this, but it turned out it was, more along the lines of, what we'd call pop in my part of the United States. But I'm gonna, put a little more, faith in the German, brand I've got here because I actually, read the label before I bought it this time, and the first two ingredients here are natural mineral water and apple juice from concentrate. I mean, when I held this label up here, you saw that they had little asterisk by the apple juice there in the label. I'm assuming that's just to let us know it's from concentrate. I had saw what that was for, but I can't seem to find it on there now. But it's probably not a particularly wise thing for me to be, shaking this the way I am because there is a warning on there that says um, contents under pressure. But anyway, all that said, and actually looking at the label again, this is actually meant to have a 12-ounce serving, uh, which I think, my familiar little glass here is maybe half of that. Which is not to say I won't wind up sucking this whole thing down before I go to bed tonight, but I mean, in this case, it maybe not so bad for me because it's mineral water, but looks like I can put that lid back on there if I actually decide to have common sense tonight. So, excuse me, that's kind of where I've been for a while, trying to deal with that, but thought I had it under control, but I guess not. Initially, doesn't sound like it had quite the carbonation I was expecting, but it's got a different lid on there than I was expecting. Guess I'll have to. Actually, I want to do this before it goes flat, so I'll get this up here. I'm starting to wonder if it Yeah, because they all look like this when I pour them. It's not quite as sparkling as I was thinking it might be, but that's okay. But yeah, I mean, they all look relatively the same when I do this. So I'm wondering if it's the glass or the water I wash with or what. But yeah, that definitely smells like good fresh apple juice there. Um, Looks like it's got less fizz than I was expecting, but yeah, it tastes mostly like apple juice, which is actually a pretty good thing. Uh, you know, but since you can also tell it's mineral water too, though. Um, but kind of reminds me of the first time I encountered mineral water beverage like this. Yeah, it was one of those things where I was, I don't know, maybe 10 years old, if I was that old at the time. Uh, and it was a family reunion with my mom's side of the family, and she's got a sister that's into like health, get the health food. Actually, I think is well, I don't know exactly what the precise term for it is. It's like vegetarian or vegan or something like that. But she brought I think it was a local brand of mineral water from wherever she was living at the time, and you could definitely taste the minerals in it, which yeah, I don't know if that was just because I was however young I was at the time, or if it was that particular brand, but I never have quite forgotten the particular flavor of it, which was actually kind of strong and minerally, for lack of a better term. Which actually I think could have stood to have something to cut that particular part of the flavor profile. And I'm thinking this using like 1/3 apple juice or whatever actually kind of does it. So yeah, this I'd say this well, I mean it's mineral water, so I'm sure it's hard to get a decent amount of carbonation in there compared to what I was kind of expecting. But yeah, I mean you can definitely tell it's mineral water, but the fact that they cut it with such a significant portion of apple juice there, it definitely digs down the mineral flavor a bit, which is actually a good thing in my book. Uh, but let's see, it's they're saying this is roughly 2 servings. I'm just looking at the label here where it says how much is in here. It's 750 milliliters or 25 0.3 fluid ounces, which is does kind of make for uh, two 12-ounce servings, which is kind of what they're suggesting here. And it's 60 calories for 12 ounces, but like I'm saying, I would be surprised if this is a 6-ounce cup. But yeah, I mean it's probably going to do me some good to go for the reduced portion sizes, because well, if you look at the difference between this video and some of the stuff from the first half of the series, you'll notice I'm a little thicker in the face than I used to be, which is not necessarily a good thing for me. So I kind of need to work out a better way of doing what I'm doing here. And I'm thinking smaller portion sizes with things like this and everything else. Might also be a better idea. But and actually, now that I'm thinking about this, and now that I see that I'm over the 10-minute mark here, I remember that I have on my phone. It's a barcode scanner that kind of will tell give a little more information than what I can just get off the label here. So I figure what the hell, may as well give this a shot and see what it tells me. Yeah, so there we go with that. Well, I guess this is just saying that that the store buys these in 15 packs, but that's really about the only different thing I'm getting here. It doesn't really list prices either, but I paid $2.50 for this at my local grocery store. So anyway, I'd say that was definitely worth the price. It's something I'd definitely buy again. So anyway, I'm gonna mark that as a favorite thing in my little scanner app here. And I'm definitely gonna buy this again in the future if I need a specialty drink like this. Um, but I think that's gonna wrap this up for now. So I will see you again in the future when I actually have something to work with again. So until then, have a good night and a good day, and I'll see you when I see everybody.